between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. From the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now a play fake here on first down. There's Chris Olave. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
On first down, Barnes. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. We know turnover margin always going to be really key in this one. And to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Strong. Got his man complete over the middle. It's right. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taylor now from the end zone.
A good-looking return set up here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Strong. He sets to fire deep. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. 48 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
The score, Lions 10, Saints nothing. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barnes. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind getting 10 back as that sends him up for third down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Barnes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown to New Orleans. Quez Watkins, 40 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Johnson's extra point up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake. Strong. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Looking to throw. Strong. He finds his man. Complete. It's Gilbert. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's second down. Back to throw. Strong. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 69 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Taylor now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing on first down, Barnes. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st and 10, Barnes. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action, Barnes. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Kamara up the middle. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Operating from the gun, Barnes. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara from 10 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Now for the PAT, here's Johnson. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taylor now returning it. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the... And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. On first down, Barnes. He completes it to Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Taken from about the 12. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Detroit. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Saints 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And this time they were... He'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Barnes. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners,
he's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing on 1st down. Barnes. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw on 3rd down, Barnes. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Johnson's kick is good. And that's going to tie the ball game at 27 all. So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Strong. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see a franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Strong. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Off the play fake. Barnes. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
To throw on 2nd down. Barnes. Touchdown, Saints. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Strong. Over the middle, complete. It's Gilbert. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays. And
he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Barnes, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They really changed the tone and what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. 14 yards that time for number 14. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gilbert. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Oh, it's an enormous call here. They'll go for two. One play to keep their postseason alive. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
I think it's easy to figure out why they went for two there, right? You want to make sure you're guarding against a field goal beating you.
Yeah, but with this little time on the clock, they just need to worry about protecting on the kickoff.
That's the big one. And with the kickoff coming up, I wouldn't squib it. I would kick it deep, but not so deep that the return guy can get it. I want to make someone else handle the football. Yeah, put some height on it, take some time down.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And this is caught inside the 5. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check.